Michael Cusack, founder member of the GAA, could hardly have imagined that Gaelic Games would be played on lands far away from Ireland, and that the annual FEXCO Asian Gaelic Games in particular would be one of the biggest on the planet.
I think he would certainly approve of it. When he founded the GAA in 1884, there was very little communication or travel between the different areas. It took a while to establish county boards, not until 1887, and I suppose in history 3 years or 2.5 years is not a long span of time. The idea was developed, why not have an All-Ireland Championship? That's the first time that phrase was used, something involving all of Ireland. And I'd say when he'd see development in England, in America, why not have World Games? Why not have Asian Games? Why not have American Games? He would certainly approve of it.
Mixed in with all the different nationalities taking part, there are star names from home who become celebrity banisteurs for the weekend, like Bernard Brogan and Cora Staunton, who is returning for a second year.
Yeah, it's a brilliant experience. I really enjoyed last year out in Kuala Lumpur. Didn't really know what to expect going out, but when I went out, it was massive experience. The amount of teams out there playing GAA and the amount of non-Irish, I suppose, out there playing GAA was massive. It's a brilliant event, and I suppose even for ladies football last year, the amount of teams that were participating and taking part in ladies football was massive. So credit to the Asian County Board. It was a really well run event, and I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, the ladies footballers in a sense were taking over the show. It was the first time there was more ladies footballers than men.
Yeah, I think it was 60% to 40%, yeah, so it was great, but I couldn't get over the standard. The ladies final was a brilliant final. The standard is really high. As I said, the amount of ladies that are competing out there and men was brilliant, and it was just a really well run show. Right from the minute we arrived there to the minute we came home, everything was brilliant, and as I said, that's credit to the county board, and looking forward to Shanghai now in a couple of months' time.
Cora was sold off at an auction on the eve of the games, along with the other star name banisteurs, who this year include a hurling legend.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's first time for me. It's been a long time since I've seen any international activity with the GAA from the 80s in Boston and America, so it'll be fantastic to see what it's like at the Asian Games and the huge numbers that are expected, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a bit of fun.
You realise as celebrity banister you're going to be auctioned off on the Friday night, and you're following in famous footsteps the likes of Owen Liston.
If I make more than the Bomber, I'd be very happy.
A key part of the whole event is a business forum addressed by the GAA president.
Yeah, the business forum is one of the key parts for us. The Asia Pacific Business Forum, which happens hand in hand with it, allows us to develop, as I mentioned earlier, the partnerships that we're looking for across Asia, and it brings people together and it brings ideas together, and that's really what this is all about. It's wonderful. It allows us the opportunity to be part of an organisation that brings Irish sport and Irish culture to a part of the world where it's never really been exposed to it before. Asia is such a vast market for everybody, and there's so many different cultures within it that to be able to bring Irishness into that is a fantastic thing as Irish companies try and expand outside of the bounds of where they normally would have operated. I think particularly what shows that is the number of people from other cultures within Asia who have started to play Gaelic Games and who have joined this, and have led it to being an event this year that has almost 800 people taking part from 65 teams from 20 clubs in 18 countries across Asia.
This man is smiling as if he was getting an All-Ireland medal. It's as good as an All-Ireland medal.
And what do you think of the Asian Games? Where would you place it? What sort of event is it? We know about the North Americans, the Australians and so on. Not many people know about this one, but in what way would you say it's maybe different? What's its unique position?
Well, it gives a base to the Irish people that are there with a common interest. Not to be totally absorbed with Irish affairs, but now and again to come together to train. If you like, it's healthy exercise, and then have a team and play other teams. The urge is to test yourself, play other teams. I look upon it as a social thing in one sense, locally social, and then it just extends that when the Asian Games, they go from venue to venue, from Singapore to Shanghai this year. They've been in Beijing, they've been in Hong Kong, Malaysia, everywhere and anywhere. I think that's a good idea as well, to spread it around, but they really enjoy the meeting, the coming together. They put everything into it and they enjoy themselves as well. So it's clubs overseas, they have a relevance, and every one of those with the modern means of communications, they're as much in touch with the games at home now as the people living down in Jones's Road here near Croke Park are.
You go every year, I know you have family there. How much do you enjoy it and why do you enjoy it?
Well, I enjoy going there and meeting the players. I always like meeting players, and players from anywhere and everywhere, and even people become involved that never played Gaelic games while at home in Ireland. But they saw abroad that it was a vehicle to make one of all of them for different times of the year, different occasions, so that's why it appeals to a lot of people. It was a great development to extend it to the ladies' football, to the camogie, to the hurling, and very, very recently bringing the school children into it. It's developed very well, and I think maybe close to 500 clubs overseas now.